Well, in China, the virus outbreak is starting to take a material toll on the economy, with producer prices sinking into deflationary territory, down 0.4% on year in the most recent month. CPI, though, it was elevated, though up by 5%, as higher food costs continue to drive prices higher. The currency spot rate on the Chinese yuan, 693.60. Well, let's bring in Iris Pang, Greater China economist at ING, joining us now from Hong Kong. How much longer do you expect the impact of coronavirus to last when it comes to particularly producer prices, and how much more negative do you expect things will go?
For coronavirus on PPI, we actually watch out for metal prices because those are actually quite volatile during the coronavirus period. There are reports that the steel steel ore still running, and then copper still running. So the inventories level of those are high, and therefore the prices are being squeezed. In March, I think that there will be more balanced production among the variety of commodities, and therefore this trend might end in March. But unfortunately, we have lower energy prices, especially oil prices, expected in March and April, and therefore PPI will continue to be low.
Yeah, explain to us what that fall in oil prices that we've seen, of course, down some 20 to 30% or so in the last day, what that is going to do to the inflationary environment in China, particularly if we see prices remain at these levels.
For oil prices, it directly hits PPI because there is an item for oil and gas. So PPI will directly hit by that item. And the other thing is that almost everything needs energy. For example, via transportation. So no matter PPI or CPI, they will expect we expect a downward trend in those items, almost every items. So it will hit the inflation for a few months. What I really worried is that there will be a prolonged fall in energy prices, which could bring in deflationary trend, and this will be quite damaging for economies that are fragile in recovery from coronavirus.
Iris, it's Hadley out in Abu Dhabi. I have to ask you, I mean, we've heard reports this morning that President Xi Jinping had visited Wuhan. Does that signal, do you think, that China can see their way out of this crisis, or is this just more window dressing?
I think there, as reported cases in Wuhan has been very slow, very low. Actually, most of all of them are now import cases rather than Wuhan's community cases. So Xi Jinping's visit of Wuhan is a symbolic move that shows China is recovering from COVID-19. But I am quite wary about this because there are more and more imported cases into China, and therefore the spreading of coronavirus from imported cases and also the recovery of workers work in office and also factories might also create another wave of coronavirus cases in China. So I'm not that optimistic.